아, 당신을 기다리는 고아랑님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 단조님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 으깨님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 김해치입니다. 반갑, 방, 방, 반갑다니. 이자. 저, 어제는 아니고, 어제 맞구나. 어제. 몸에 지름신이 들려가지고, 제가 그랬잖아요. 저는 평생을 웜톤이라고 생각을 하고, 그러고 살았는데, 어라? 알고 보니 웜톤이 아닐 수도 있다? 해가지고, 그렇게 생각을 하니까, 아니, 어제 말했다는 게 아니라, 어제 지름신이 들렸어요. 그렇게 생각을 하니까 쿨톤 화장품이 너무 사고 싶은 거예요. 그래서 어제 사버렸어요. 하하. 하하, 어제 사버렸어요. 그래가지고. 그게, 더워, 잠시만요. 하루 만에 오는 거라 바깥 나갔냐고요? 아니, 인터넷으로 그 올리브영에서 시켰어요. 온라인 올리브영 이제, 오늘 당일 배송? 그거 있어가지고. 아니, 어제 시킨 거 맞아요. 어제 시켜가지고, 오늘 받았어요. 아, 그 쓰고 나갈? 아니, 나가요. 밖에 나가요. 어쨌든, 그래서 이틀 연속이요? 쉬고 싶어서요. 어제는 좀 아팠고요. 그, 뭐지? 그리고 그 전날은 원래 쉬려고 했어요. 쉬려고 했고, 다음날은 좀 아파가지고, 허리가 많이 아파가지고. 예. 쉬었습니다. 약 먹고, 예. 디스크는 아니고요. 여러분들은 겪을 수 없는 고통을 겪다가 왔거든요. 아, 약 먹고 좀 괜찮아졌어요. 아니, 여러분들은 겪을 수 없는 고통을 겪은 거예요. 아시겠어요? 맞아요. 일정 주기로 찾아오는 모르죠? 모르면 됐거든요. 참나. 안 겪으니까. 근데 저도 다른 여자분들의 그 아픔을 겪어본 적이 없잖아요. 그래서 제가 많이 아픈 건지 조금 아픈 건지 모르겠어요. 그래가지고 내가 많이 아픈 편인가. 근데 초반에 할 때는 안 아팠거든요, 별로. 진짜 그냥 아예 안 아팠는데 점점 커가면 커갈수록 아파요. 꾀병이었다만? 꾀병은 아니에요. 진짜 아파요. 아, 이거 안 겪어봤다고 와 꾀병이라고 말하는 것 봐. 와, 진짜 어이없네. 아프긴 아픈데 이 정도가 좀 적게 아픈 걸까? 다른 사람에 비해? 아니면은 많이 아픈 편일까? 를 모르는 거죠. 한 보통 정도 아닐까요? 보통 정도일라나? 아니, 첫날에 좀 심해가지고 제가 첫날이랑 둘째 날에 보통 심해서. 맞아요. 응급실도 저는 움직일 수는 있어요. 움직일 수는 있는데 좀 많이 아픈 거죠. 움직일 수 있는데 못 움직일 정도는 아니다. 그 정도다. 아, 맞아. 그리고 제가 전에도 말을 했는데 지닝 언니가 언니 실명 말할 뻔했어. 어쨌든 지닝 언니가 전에 오버쿡 하고 싶다고 했었잖아요. 공공재라고요? 그래도 대놓고 말하면 좀 그렇잖아요. 아, 그래도 대놓고 말하면 좀 그러니까 안 하는 거죠. 모른다고요? 봐봐요. 그래서 오버쿡을 하고 싶다고 하자고 했는데 언니도 안 사고 저도 없어가지고 못 하고 있다가 최근에 세일을 하더라고요. 오버쿡 2가 85% 세일하는 줄 알았는데 알고 보니까 한 70% 정도 세일을 해가지고 26,000원짜리가 6,000원인가 뭐 8,000원인가 해서 샀습니다. 아마 이번 주 일요일에 할 것 같아요. 먼저 일요일에 진영 언니와 할 것 같고요. 다운로드 다 안 해놨네. 하나가 많았네. 이거 5기가나, 거의 6기가네? 되게 용량이 크네? 한 명은 버렸냐고요? 뭘 버려요? 아니, 그 언니는 방송을 안 하잖아요. 가끔 해줄 수 있어? 하고 부탁해서 하는 거지. 방송을 안 하는데. 하자 하는 것도, 좀 미안한 거죠. 누구야? 간 어쩌고요? 금지어예요? 그, 안 물어봤는데요? 아니, 언니한테도 안 물어보긴 했는데. 아니, 근데 3명이면 좀 애매해가지고 4명이 되면 모르겠는데. 3명도 괜찮나? 몰라요, 걔. 그냥 시간이 되는지도 안 되는지도 몰라가지고. 사성, 좋아요, 좋아요. 굿굿. 어쨌든 그래요. 그래서 일요일에 오버쿡2를 해보려고요. 제가 근데 오버쿡2를 잘 모르거든요. 어떤 게임인지. 요리를 하는 건 아는데, 어떤 느낌인지는 잘 몰라가지고, 재밌나? 2명이서 해도 잘 되나요? 약간 개판 될 것 같은데. 보면은 알아요? 일단 해봐야겠다. 요리는 좀 많이 해봤어요. 저 이제 애호박 고추장찌개 잘 끓여요. 애호박 고추장찌개 고수. 근데 할 수 있는 게 좀 폭이 적어요. 폭이 좁아요, 적다기보다. 폭이 좁아요. 요즘에 진짜 드는 생각이 제가 요즘에 아스파라거스에 꽂혔거든요. 아스파라거스에. 아스파라거스 너무 맛있거든요. 진짜 미쳤거든요. 미친놈이거든요. 원래 고기 구워 먹을 때 같이 구워 먹잖아요. 근데 저는 고기보다, 아니, 고기도 맛있긴 한데 고기보다 아스파라거스가 더 맛있는 거예요. 그래서 나중에, 아니, 그냥 구워 먹으면 돼요. 그냥 몇 등분 해가지고, 이렇게 자른 다음에, 그거 주의해야 될 게, 딱 잘라봤을 때 뭔가 되게 잘 안 잘리고 질기다? 그럼 그 부분은 먹으면 안 돼요. 그 부분은 맛이 없고, 그냥 싹 잘랐을 때 잘 잘리는 부분을 먹어야 돼요. 보통 끝부분이 좀 질기더라고요. 그 뿌리에 가까운 부분이 좀 많이 질기더라고요. 위로 갈수록 연하고. 근데 아스파라거스에 꽂혔는데 개인적으로 고기보다 아스파라거스가 더 맛있어가지고 진짜 아스파라거스 구운 거를 질릴 때까지 먹어보고 싶다라는 생각이 들었어요. 뿌리 쪽이 약간 근데 뭔가 되게 덜 질길 것 같이 생겼는데 되게 질겨요. 그리고 아스파라거스 꿀팁. 은근히 두꺼운 게 더 질길 것 같잖아요. 두꺼운 게 더 맛있어요. 더 연하고 안 질기고 더 맛있어요. 덜 자란 게 더 질깁니다. 뭔가 생긴 거 보면 겁나 크니까 겁나 큰 만큼 질기겠지라는 생각이 드는데 큰 만큼 연하더라고요. 되게 맛있어요. 정말?
매운맛이
뭐야? 잘못 들어갔다. 그래가지고 네, 그렇습니다. 그리고 뭐 말하려 했는데 여러분들 그거 먹어보셨어요? 요즘에 쇼츠에 많이 뜨는데 껍질 까먹는 젤리 아세요? 일주일 지나면 맛없다고요? 엄마가 제 아스파라거스 많이 먹으니까 엄마가 그걸 심은 거예요, 아스파라거스를. 그래서 직접 키우고 수확해서 먹는 아스파라거스 개 맛있어요. 아니 그 껍질 말고요. 그 껍질 까먹는 젤리 있는데 어딨지? 그 망고 젤리 있는데 여기 있다. 이거 이름이 뭐더라? 3년은 수확해야 된다고요? 그래요? 그냥 맛있던데요, 지금도? 뭐 독 있어요? 지금 먹으면? 아니죠? 독만 없으면 뭐. 이거요, 이거. 이 젤리 이름이 뭐지? 아, 재배하려면 3년? 모르겠는데요. 이건데 이게 복숭아 맛도 있고 망고 맛도 있거든요. GS에서 파는 건데 이빨이 아니라 망고예요, 망고. 아, 이거 뭐라고 해야 되지? 까먹는 망고. 아닌데? 이거. 이거거든요? 이게 GS에서만 파는 걸로 알아요. 근데 이거 진짜 맛있어요. 개인적으로 복숭아 젤리는 별로 맛이 없고요. 이 망고 젤리가 요물이에요. 저게 껍질이 있는데 진짜 과일처럼 망고에도 껍질이 있잖아요. 그것처럼 이렇게 까가지고 먹는 건데 겉에 있는 먹을 수 있어요. 껍질 부분이랑 안에 있는 젤리 부분이랑 식감이 좀 달라요. 겉에 있는 건 좀 쫀득쫀득하고 안에 있는 거는 되게 부드럽다기보단 뭐라 해야 되지? 잘 씹혀요. 부드럽고 쫀득한 맛이 아닌 그런 젤리. 예, 그래요. 아, 껍질 부분도 먹을 수 있어요. 껍질 까는 거를 보여주고 싶은데. 근데 이거 개별 포장이라 쓰레기는 좀 많이 나올 것 같더라고요. 근데 이거 진짜 맛있어요. 먹어봤는데, 제가 먹어본 망고 젤리 중에, 물론 망고 젤리는 많이 안 먹어보긴 했는데, 먹어본 망고 젤리 중에 제일 맛있어요. 귀찮아서 껍질째로 그냥 먹을 듯? 아, 근데 약간, 까먹는 맛이 있어요. 안에랑 겉에랑 식감도 다르고 맛도 살짝 달라가지고. 아, 근데 복숭아 젤리는 먹지 마세요. 저는 진짜 좀 별로인데 망고 젤리를 드세요. 망고 젤리. 영수증 첨부할게요. 그거는 뭐 본인이 드시는 거는 본인의 선택 아닌가? 이거 왜 제가 본인의 선택 아닌가요? 전 추천을 한 거고 산 건 여러분인 거고 아니 뭐 그냥 뭐 사 먹으라고 뭐 위협을 했나요? 아니잖아요. 근데 이거 만약에 진짜 드실 거면은 망고 젤리로 드세요. 망고가 맛있어요. 아, 이것도 맛있긴 한데. 아니, 이 젤리 너무 비싸요. 이거 얼마지? 800원인가 900원인가? 800원이네? 이거 미친 가격 아니에요? 맛은 괜찮은데 그렇게 엄청 맛있다기보단 나쁘지 않네? 이 정도인데 왜 저렇게 비싼지 모르겠어요. 근데 뭔가 이것도 뭔가 있으면 뭔가 한번 사먹고 싶게 생겼어요. 이거 젤리 하나에 800원인 거예요. 예. 젤리 하나에 800원 저거. 이거 하나에. 이 하나에. 아, 여러 개 들어있는 거 아니에요. 하나에 800원이에요. 약간 이 곤약 젤리랑 비슷한 느낌이에요. 예. 진짜 개 비싸요. 어쨌든 그래서 맛있다. 야, 까먹는 젤리 이거 말고도 뭐 다른 거 나온 거 같던데. 까먹는 젤리 맛있어요. 다른 것도 먹어보고 싶다. 큐어 젤리도 안 먹어봤는데. 큐어 젤리 여러분들 먹어보셨어요? 유행할 때? 와, 여러 개 나왔네. 원래는 저 거봉밖에 없지 않았나? 이렇게 까져요. 이 느낌. 비싸서 안 먹어봤어요. 너무 비싸긴 해요. 저 비싸서 안 먹어봤어요. 처음 들은다고요? 진짜요? 아, 그리고 이거 망고 젤리가 특이한 게 이렇게 드익은 망고랑 다익은 망고랑 랜덤으로 들어가 있어요. 이렇게 초록색이 들어가 있는 건 덜 익은 망고. 근데 맛은 똑같아요. 맛은 똑같은데 색깔만 달라요. 그리고 인터넷이 아니라 전에 유튜브 쇼츠 볼 때 봤던 그 일본식 껍질까지 먹어도 되는 이거. 맞아. 이거 먹어보고 싶었는데. 유튜브에 누구셨지? 침참물님인가? 그분이 이거 가위로 다 잘라서 먹는 거 보고 한번 먹어보고 싶었거든요. 맛있어 보여서. 뭔가 새콤하고 맛있을 것 같이 생겼잖아요. 그래서 먹어보고 싶었는데 이거는 파는 데가 없더라고요. 한국에서는 안 파나? 그 아이스크림 가게 가면 보통 일본 거 젤리 같은 것도 많이 파는데 이건 안 팔더라고요. 젤리 꿈틀이라고요? 전 꿈틀이는 그냥 그래요. 딱히 별로 안 좋아해요. 이거는 여러분들 먹어보셨어요? 이거 뭐 맛있어요? 뭐 맛이 다른가? 마이구미는 딱히 안 좋아해가지고 안에 있는 거랑 식감이 다른가? 하리보가 100년이 됐어요? 하리보가 100년이 됐어요? 충격. 그렇게 오래됐어요? 아, 그렇게 오래됐을 줄은 몰랐는데 진짜 오래됐다. 와. 진짜 묻혔네. 음. 아이고야. 일단은 저 테스트 여기까지 하고 오늘은 그 전에 하던 게임 엔딩을 볼 거예요. 탱글 타워. 또 사실 볼 수 있을진 모르겠지만 엔딩을 볼 거예요. 암튼 볼 겁니다. 가봅시다. 카테고리 바뀌었나요? 빠빠빠빠빰. 나이스. 그럼 한번 가봅시다.
Hanging baskets.
Two,
You're only
2 inches makes all.
왜 여기 있지? 뭐 하다 껐었지? 아 맞아, 얘한테 단서 다 보여주고 껐었죠? 게임 소리가 좀 큰데? 원래 이거 좀 줄이지 않았었나? 한번 다 물어봅시다.
Have you
합포동상.
deciphered the meaning of?
We're working on it.
That's a no then.
아, 넌 모르잖아.
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps. Paints.
Yep.
물감이다.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
뭐야?
Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's.
대체는
room,
왜
did you?
칼을
I did
들고 있는 걸 왜
I
그린 걸까?
conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from outside. Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of
되게
thinking.
간지나게 말한다. 음침하면서
A somewhat
간지나는 말투로
cumbersome
말하네.
device, and an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
What a cop out.
어떤 노래를 좋아하길래
I
저렇게
believe that was in Flora's room, but it was not cracked when I saw it last.
그때는 금이 가지 않아 있었다고? 그러면 금 간 지 얼마 안 됐다는 거 아닌가요?
You got it
의심스러운데?
open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday. I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
It was. Perhaps it's always been empty.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
네 거야?
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
이거
Trace
어디서 찾았죠?
particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
뭐를 발견했나요? 뭘 봤죠?
That is between myself and my client.
의심스러운데요?
The people here are surprised.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit for what possible purpose?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow?
아, 로드팬님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 통통치 아닙니다. 똑똑합니다.
This is
사건을
a
해결하러
murder
온
weapon.
탐정이기 때문에 굉장히 똑똑하거든요.
I don't think the murderer would leave the
스마트,
murder weapon just
스마트 그
lying
자체거든요.
I think you'd be. These figurines remind me of a case turned out to be a bit of a
Your
smokescreen.
life sounds fun.
around. Are we?
A photograph could be.
뭐
I
딱히
admit, Freya was a.
일단은
Now we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference.
일단은 증거 다 보여주고
When did Freya draw the
I
picture?
didn't model for her. She must have done it.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
A book
저
from the
텅텅
library,
아니거든요.
one
저
of
완전
hundreds, no
똑똑이거든요.
doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yeah. A diary. Have you
Not
read?
yet.
And you haven't attempted
That would be cheating.
some breed of amphibious. Although none of the
I
statues.
guess, well,
Who's that?
뭔가 다 너무
Not sure.
길어가지고 대화가 근데 다 설정이 돼 있네요.
Is that a
모든
clue?
증거와
Dunno. It was
상호작용이 다 돼
important enough to
있네.
be framed, though.
I framed my law degree doesn't make it a clue.
same. Yeah?
Do you also have
Oh, not yet.
one of 3 statues depicting the same creature? This one. Perhaps they belong to someone who
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music.
음악 헤드셋이 아니라 귀마개니까 음악을 좋아하지 않는 사람이 쓰는 거야? 아니 그냥 잠자기 전에 쓸 수도 있지.
3 birds, one. What makes them worth? Cannot be happier flying.
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower.
I wonder if they would. These people really. And you consider that Where did you find this?
Do you have
Or
any?
who might have had it.
I have several
어?
theories.
얘 뭔가
They
있나?
are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
아 나 개짱나네. 공유 좀 해줘라. 사람이 죽었는데. 나가지 없는 놈. 싸웁세 싸웁세. 사람이 죽었는데 좀 공유해주면은 뭐가 더 나나?
Elaborate garden.
Must be worth
What do
I
you?
am the This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an involvement.
얘가 유일한
They
상속
can't make you do anything.
상속자야?
If you
아,
don't want the
했고요.
house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
프레야가 이렇게 말했나? 마음에 안 들면 그냥 팔아버려. 뭘 네가 갖고
Ever
있어.
clear facts. What do you know?
이랬나?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those
너 뭐
symbols
아니?
on the harp. Have
이거에
you
대해
deciphered
정답을
their
아니?
meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
좀 알려주라. 아,
This
얘도
bronze
모르나?
copy. In fact, she
What happened to
it has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right?
I do not know why. Curious.
Fifi, did you
Yes,
test?
I did.
아, 이거는 봤죠?
Freya
수성화.
is normally highly skilled at
굉장히 잘
painting,
그린다.
but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
실수가 아니라면
I think
일부러
she was just
옛날을
being kind.
그리려면
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself.
What made you want to test it?
It
in the
was
first-
Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife.
어?
I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that? just
의심스러워.
looking at it
진짜 그냥
once?
의심스러워가지고 한 건가?
The gramophone belongs, but I believe she gave it to my mother. And maybe it is the.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2
원래는
years.
금이 안 가 있었다? 금간 것들이 좀 많은데 이거를 던지기를 연습하다가 실수한 건가? 그 다락방에서? 아, 만개떡조아님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
Is she?
This belongs to Professor Point.
No?
Who else would own such a
It's a
point?
telescope.
Oh, yes. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
어? 멀리 있는 거 볼 때? 자세히 볼 때라 하지 않았나?
That blade.
아닌가?
It's a troll.
It is. It is a model of Freya.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
이거는
Why
뭘까요?
would my father make a model of Freya? I believe Freya was attempting to communicate
Any
something.
idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
사진 왜 세 조각이냐고요? 두 조각 아니에요?
Do you know who
It
was...
belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother.
예, 세 조각 난 거라고요? 아, 누가 그랬었죠? 아, 이거
Why did
기억이 하나도 안
Poppy
나네.
leave shards of glass all over
이게
this
세 번
statue?
나눠서 하다
Makes you
보니까.
think it was Poppy.
The statue lives in the
아,
museum.
얘가요?
Who else would it be?
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
비웃는 것 봐. 옛날 사진 보고 비웃는 것 봐. 비비. 이건 두 장은 맞는 것 같긴 해요. 중간에 뭐 다른 사진이 없는 것 같긴 하고, 왜냐면은 여기에 이어붙이면 바로 맞거든요.
An item
봤어.
from Poppy's childhood, her earliest piano
Why's
lesson.
that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details.
You two are
We
friends.
are, yes.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become
is it
tired.
anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. I think.
My argument stands.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues.
기막인 걸 어떻게 바로 알았어?
I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear.
보통은 다 헤드셋 아니냐고 물어봤는데.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well,
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate Next! It is a flower. It reminds
기억이 날 것 같다고?
is this yours?
I do not read. Besides, I would have no Perhaps it could be used.
Was that...
Yes.
There's something about the image of Flora in the paint. Something.
Let's ask her about it.
지금 가자. 누구한테 가는데? 대답을 해줄까? 아니, 대답을 해줄까? 과연?
So, this painting.
Yeah, it's creepy. So, what's going on?
머리카락이 좀 가리거든요? 이건 칼이
It's
아니야.
not a knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
칼 형체가 실제로 뭔지 설명할 수 있는 거? 그게 뭔데? 그게 뭔데? 그걸 내가 어떻게 알아? 삽? 삽 아니야? 삽? 삽이랑 비슷하게 생겼는데? 작은 렌즈?
That kinda makes sense.
뭐지? 설명할 수 있는 거? 칼같이 생긴 거? 칼같이 생긴 게 뭔데? 어디 있는데 여기? 칼같이 생긴 게 없는데.
That's not it.
아, 이거 아니야? 뿔피리 동상이요? 이건 너무 칼같이 안
That's not
생겼는데.
it.
빠꾸먹음.
That's not it.
힌트 좀 줘라.
That's not it.
다 눌러보면 되지 않을까요?
That's not it. That's not it.
뭔데?
That's not it. That's not it.
깃털이요?
That kinda makes sense. But no.
아, 아니래요.
We'll
조각상?
get to that in a minute.
아, 이건 나중에야? 힌트 감사요.
That's not it. That's not it.
이것도 아니라 했고. 이게 뭘까? 이게 뭘까?
That's not it.
Let's take a closer
이거?
look at this.
아! 여기 있네. 아, 맞네. 이깃털이네. 이깃털이랑 비슷하게 생겼구나. 이깃털이었구나. 아. 얘가 이름이 뭐였죠? 얼룩새였나요? 이거 이름이? 아, 실제로는 얼룩새의 것이다.
It's definitely the right shape.
아,
But the
이걸
book's not in
몰랐네.
color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white
책
too?
속의 얼룩새도 빨갛고 하얀색인 거? 그걸 내가 어떻게 알아? 킹각 딱정벌레요? 이거는 의미가
That's
상관이
not
있나? 없다네요.
it. That kind of makes sense. But no.
세 장.
That's not it.
그림을 찍은 사진.
That's not it. That's not it.
렌즈.
That's not it.
조각상. 이게 그 새인가? 아, 이게 얼룩새인가?
This little thing? I didn't come to think of it. Why would
어째서 깃털을 먹었다고? 공격했다. 이것을 파괴했다. 페니가 누구지? 아, 걔구나. 페니가 데리고 있었다 했나요? 그 얼룩새를? 일단 얼룩새. 기억하기 위해서? 범죄의 증거물?
The ink dip.
아니군요.
No,
이게 뭘까?
the ink almost.
하나만
Let me
바꿔보라고?
just change one thing.
그러면 이거는 맞는 것 같은데? 협상 카드?
The ink dip
아니군요.
almost.
기억하기 위해. 기억하기 위해.
she kept the bird as a pet?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather.
All right. So she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
알 어딨어, 알. 속이 빈 알.
But we opened it. It's
Mm-hmm. Completely. Flora. She's pointing
it's
at
just a pile of books. Wait.
완전 귀여웠었네? 당신을 위한 거야. 사람이다, 프레야. 뭐야? 나가버렸나?
So, the specific.
Yeah, so what's going
뭐야, 끝난 거야? 그래서? 아, 얻은 겨? 그럼 마지막으로 이 아저씨한테 물어봐야겠네요. 어이, 아저씨 일어나 봐요.
These drawings? I'm surprised.
What happened to the bird?
I don't know. Seems like Charming. Dear
But now it's
the
no-
fellow
What do you
of
mean?
Flora.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say after they moved away.
이거 좀 중요한
Flora
건가 보네.
changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome. Yes, less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it? What's this?
It's my case file. It's how
You mean to say you're bound by sounds dreadful?
I found it.
동상에 대해 좀 아세요?
Years of wind and rain have
Do you know
not-
what it is?
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall. But that looks like it. I'm
뭔가 아는 거 없으세요?
Rather a shame, Freya.
Nothing about it.
Well, all these the emotion of the piece.
What about the knife in Flora's
the
hand?
knife? That's what you see?
아, 이 아저씨한테 먼저 왔으면은 좀 더 쉽게 알았을지도 모르겠네요.
Freya's artistic approach. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at. But that looks like it. Why don't you ask? Looks like her area. Why don't you ask Fiona about? Looks like her.
피오나가 누구지?
That looks like it might. I've never seen. Looks val. My daughter Faye grow up.
Do you know why it's
Ah, yes. No idea. Where did you find
It
it?
was in the library.
Really? How odd. Why would someone?
We think it's a secret.
Aha. Now this is still in very.
What about those shards on the inside?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to cunning. Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue.
다들 모르는 척하네요.
I've
파피
never been one for.
옛날 사진을.
Why not? Is that a
It might. The statue was.
Yes, it's been there. You can see the brass, not too bad. Bizarre. Penelope's
Do not feel
here.
sorry.
Come now. Goodness. That looks like. What's this all about?
I'm pretty sure.
If it's made of gold? What
뭔가
is it?
딱히 아는 거 같진 않네요.
My friends, shed your.
That's the most depressing.
These drawings.
그러면은 새로운 증거를 다른 애들한테도 한번 싹 보여줍시다. 그러면 뭔가 좀 나오지 않을까요?
Freya drew.
Yeah, I think
But-
so.
She
Well, I think it was a gift, a private thing between Freya.
단 얘한테는 딱히 안 보여줘도 될 것 같은데. 굳이 얘한테 증거를 보여줘야 되나? 안 보여주는 게 조금 더.
Does
Don't think so.
I see.
It's bigger in here than I.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah.
She was even closer to Flora.
좀 이거에 격하게 반응할 만한 애가 페넬로피? 일단 파피한테 먼저 갈게요. 얘한테 좀 안 물어본 게 많네.
So they are.
Four.
What's the
There
connection?
isn't one. It was all built by
Flora's
So
over.
was Primrose. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the fellows and the pointers.
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea. There's something I noticed about Freya's
Oh.
knife wound.
뭔가 알아챈 게 있다고?
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to
수직으로
Freya's body.
들어갔다.
And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing. The whole thing is peaceful.
Oh.
Why is the glass?
Natural.
No way. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora.
You don't think that anymore?
No. It was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was.
But it was blood. If you hadn't said anything, maybe.
Exactly.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me. Nothing about the knife makes it's just freaking
아, 이렇게
everyone
다들
out.
힌트를 줬네요. 근데 제가 먼저 알기 전에 다 빼먹었네요. 아니, 이렇게 다 칼이 아니라는 힌트를 줬는데 제가 하필 그 힌트만 다 쏙쏙 빼가지고 안
It was
물어봐갖고
my mother's originally.
So,
She
why?
She just gets the most use. Freya would borrow. What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh. Did you find that in Fifi's?
No. Should we?
No, it's just looks like. Oh, you've been to the greenhouse?
Impressive, but kind of unsettling.
Yeah.
This is a photo of
Yeah.
How come you're not in it?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi. Looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya.
충성도라 그러나? 친구를 얘기할 때는 보통 충성도가 아니라 진짜 친해서요. 뭐 너무
Did Freya
완전
ever tell you
믿었어요
what
이렇게
she saw in
말하잖아.
it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare,
Maybe
wh-
she wanted to take control. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, that belongs to. Is that Fifi's
That's
diary?
where we.
Have you ever read it?
Nope.
I thought you and Fifi.
Yeah, we are. Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it. I see a lot of birds up. They seem to really like it.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
아니지롱
I think
사실
it's kinda
감시하러
cool
온
to keep
거지롱.
dead birds in one.
Does Penny not?
Oh, she does. She must do. Penny can be a little. Never seen that one.
No, we found it.
Right. You get some weird. I've never seen.
I'm
one.
not sure anyone.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a
freya
box in her room.
그럼 이거
Uh,
이 딱정벌레를 진짜 프레야가 키웠나? 저 훔쳐가가지고.
How sweet.
there's something about that diary.
Let's ask her about it.
훔친 건가?
Is this your diary? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine.
Why is it locked up like
Would
that?
you seriously require an explanation? Very well. A fairly common concept.
So there are secrets written in here.
This particular diary is unused.
It
이
doesn't look
일기장은 쓴 적이
unused.
없다고? 이건 일기장이
It's not a
아니네.
diary at all.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
아니야?
This particular diary.
It doesn't look unused.
It's
다른
somebody
누군가의
else's
일기장.
diary.
프레야의 일기장
How
아니야?
did you arrive at that? It is kept in my
We
bedroom.
need a clue to compare with the diary.
프레야 거 아닐까? 이유는 모르겠는데 프레야 거 같아. 그냥 그렇다고 해도 잘못 눌렀어. 여기 있네. 아 맞네. 여기 사진에 들고 있네.
Let's take a closer look at this.
비밀 일기장. 와 똑같은 것은
This blue book
프레야의
is the same
소유라는
thing
것을
as
증명한다.
the secret-
You were hiding Freya's diary in your
Why
room.
would I do either of these things?
프레야가 누구에게도 알리고 싶지 않았던 것은 개인적인 비밀.
Freya, almost.
하나만.
Maybe just change.
하.
Freya did. Nope.
힌트를 주네. 일기장엔 피피가 누구에게도 알리고 싶지 않은 사실이 적혀있나? 아 대놓고 이렇게 알려주는 거야?
Fifi didn't want any.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. By concealing
나보고
Freya's
똥바보라는
written
건가?
accounts,
이렇게
it is
대놓고
simply
알려주는
my
거면?
intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
might be easier if you just let us.
Very well. However, as you read it, Freya was the most kind.
All right, Fifi.
Finally.
일기를 한번 훔쳐보자. 그게 다시 보인다. 이번에는 실제로. 나인가? 내가 그렇게 만든 건가? 그 그림을 찢어버려야 할 것 같다. 영혼 전달자는 성공이다. 장한 녀석. 이제 내게는 2개가 있다. 둘이 더 필요해. 중앙으로 가는 길을 찾았다. 하프랑 비교하면 굉장히 단순했다. 그들을 모두 보았다. 5 모두 눈을 모두 까맣게 그었다. 뭐지? 악마를 뭐 숭배했나? 하지만 모든 것에도 불구하고 나는 아직 지켜야 할 약속이 있다. 난 최선을 다할 것이다. 그녀에게는 동반자가 있어도 좋을 것이다. 하프를 풀 수 있나? 하프랑 비교하면 굉장히 단순했다. 중앙으로 가는 길. 아, 하프에 대한 그건 없는 건가? 그들을 모두 봤다. 5 모두. 눈을 모두 까맣게 그었다. 이게 무슨 소리지?
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to-
Maybe we should go back and check.
뭔가를 놓쳤나? 뭘 놓쳤지?
This wasn't here
어,
before.
아까 진짜 아까 없었는데?
It's a little wooden toy.
There's a
What does it
note.
say? Grimoire?
제 새로운 친구입니다. 음악을 좋아하죠. 프리아 죽은 거 아니었어요? 단순한 선율은 그의 영혼을 감동시킬 겁니다. 둘에게 행운을 빕니다.
What do you think?
How
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya?
good idea.
Well,
It's a perfect
no,
match.
we have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves.
What about the little wooden toy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of.
뭐야? 끝나지 않은 사건. 뭐지? 여기서 아름다운 선율? 그러면은 그거 들려주면 되지 않나? 올라가. 이거였나? 이거였나? 아, 이건가 보다. 노래를 들어.
It's piano music.
바뀌었나? 안 바뀌네요. 까비. 아, 이거 퍼피한테 가서 쳐달라 그럴까? 그 노래? 그 맨 처음에 배웠다는 그거를 쳐달라 그럴까요? 쳐주지 않나?
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's
바뀌었나? 어, 바뀌었다. 어? 하나는 얻었는데? 그럼 다른 것도 어떻게 얻어야 되는 건가? 노래 선율을 들으라 했는데 뭐 다른 선율이 더 있나요? 한 번 더 들려줘봐라. 한 더 볼지도 모르지 않니?
Can you play the?
sure.
한 번밖에 안 되나 봐요.
It's one of
Don't
those.
touch it.
Why
It
not?
might be haunted.
다른 질문을 했었나?
Yeah, it's mine.
What's so?
I got it.
How long
since
is
the
the
day
day
when I
lease?
arrived at my she hadn't asked permission for 2 whole years.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me. One day she just
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
나는 페넬로피한테 한번 가봅시다.
To a visitor.
Not to your
Try if
age.
it wasn't for my
What about inherit? You're the next oldest pointer.
Well, but no. Any money left in the Pointer family will pass down directly to Poppy.
Is that fair?
I couldn't care less to be. Finally.
아, 요약불에서 그네 타는 흑변이만
That's a
하시고
very
반갑습니다.
specific thing to be excited about.
Well, only last week I asked that miserable hawkshaw woman if I could see her case.
뭐래요, 방구
I'm guessing
뿡뿡기.
she said no.
Would have been much more
아빠
polite if she
아닙니다.
had just said no.
굉장히
Instead,
왕똑똑합니다.
she was quite rude to me. Accused me of being what was it? I'm
Yeah.
sure I've read about this. Don't
어쩌라고요? 여러분들은 입으로
goodness me.
손가락으로 막 방구 끼시잖아요. 지금 채팅 치는 거 보면은.
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond.
Exactly. Hardly. Freya doesn't take very good. Then room. Hell. Who penned it?
We don't.
An anonymous class. I doubt. Don't you think? It's Flora. She's an inescapable. Poppy's gramophone. As a young account of
That's cute.
Oh yes.
방구 뿡뿡기 빵빵기.
You recognize it?
The color scheme. 3 different pinks.
세 가지 핑크. 아니, 핑크색을 왜 싫어해? 이 머리색 핑크 아니야? 빨강인가?
I don't know what that. Ooh, delightful.
Inedible too.
Yes, but honestly, if I'm not little red and white one, Freya was.
Do you know how old?
Not sure. Sometime. I know a lot of people. I find it over. For some reason, it makes. I think she was more troubled. Very.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even the
Yes. Haven't seen
Pretty
this.
동상.
Lives in the.
currently.
I can't decide. Or how she looks.
Do you know who this is?
Oh, absolutely no idea.
다들 비밀을 그래도 지켜주세요. 퍼피의 비밀을.
Looks a little simple. Thought she was a great.
I didn't know there were that
I'm
many.
sure they invented some new ones just. Yes, it's
You
fine.
don't-
I'm no good at birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal.
Do you at least?
The look
The colors?
between you and me.
좀 저급하다고? 너랑 비슷하게 생겼는데? 어치? 너랑 존나 비슷하. 어치 너랑 비슷하게 생겼는데 저급하다고? 되게 비슷하게 생겼는데? 자기가
Is
뭔가?
that bird? These must have been drawn. How sad.
1, 2년 전에 살아봤나 보네요.
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird? It's been a while since I've.
일단은 어떻게 선율을 들려줘야 되는 것 같은데. 그러니까 왜 아는 게 없어.
I'm still not
Should we take another look?
일단 여기가 궁딩이 실룩실룩이네.
Let's come back later.
다른데 선율을 들을 수 있는 데가 있나요? 노래를 들을 수 있는 곳이? 없지 않나?
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
이것도 되네? 콧노래. 그리고 노래에 관한 거 하는 애가 있나? 없지 않나? 나머지 2개는 찍으면 안 되나? 찍어도 될 것 같은데.
I'm still not.
Should we take another look?
아, 이게 또 힌트인가? 여기 입, 여기 피아노, 여기는 새, 여기는 종. 맞네.
Let's come back later.
그거에 대한 힌트네. 종이 어딨지? 일단 새는 페넬로페.
And
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
새소리.
They're bird cages. Oh, it totally is.
새소리 따로 못 듣나?
They're bird cages. Oh, it totally is.
I must say the
I think
girls
they belong.
need a special.
Do they?
Of course.
Let me introduce.
I've already forgotten.
Which one?
that's
Glad
Tatiana.
we're
What
clear.
about the one?
My, he's just my doesn't have a name.
소리에 관한 건 못 듣나 보네요.
There used to be
Used to
most of
What
them.
happened?
That
아 이거 맨 여기였던 것 같기도 하고 새소리는. 아 맞네 역시나. 종이 어디 있을까요? 이건가?
What?
When silent. Wooden.
아니. 종이 중. 여긴가? 입구 종? Perfect. Yeah.
That's all formality.
So,
Should
what-
we go back to the...
Let's
조잉종지.
try this again.
You know, I think we might be able to...
이거랑 이거랑. 됐다.
That's gotta...
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
열렸다. 뭐야?
Are we
기밀방.
going?
Yeah. But there's a couple of things I want to...
셀리와의 대화. 매형. 이 모든 단서 수집? 난 아직 모든 단서를 다 얻은 게 아니야? 혐의 조사 완료. 내가 여기서 더 어떻게 해? 모든 다른 단서가 뭐 더 어디 있는데? 셀리가 누구지? 일단 셀리가 누구죠? 작업실이 어디죠? 여긴가? 아, 푸까마리 여자애가 셀리예요?
It's a little
I
glass
think
coming
this
in.
might have been for keeping insects.
Just a
Let's
little...
leave them alone. Painting supplies.
Even though someone's been tracking in... A pillow?
It's a
yeah,
cushion.
but that doesn't alliterate. It's Freya's bed.
It's perfectly healthy.
여기서 뭔가 안 본 게 있나?
It's
I think
fine.
it could also be a shark. That painting.
Why?
Maybe
Yeah.
Hang on. There's a smaller
It's
version.
a photograph.
또 뭐 있고.
We already solved it.
아, 이거 여기서 얻은 거.
Freya's plants. They must not... Do you think
I
there's
don't
no
know.
windows either?
That painting.
Why?
Maybe
Yeah,
there's
it's a photograph.
뭘까?
I don't
no
know.
windows either. Do you think there's
I don't
no
know.
windows either?
That's
Not...
cool. Looks like old.
Did Freya
They're
paint?
kind-
Maybe she painted them when she was young? Did Freya paint
They're
them?
kind-
Maybe she painted them when she was young?
뭔가 안 본 게 있나요?
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
아, 여기를 보라 그랬거든요?
Do you think this
작업실?
I don't know.
침실인가?
either?
이게 침실인가? 작업실이 아닌가? 작업실이 어디지? 여긴가? 아, 여기가 작업장이구나.
A little hand. Well, also, I mean, no offense, but you
어,
can just.
뭐야? 이거 뭐야? 이거를 못 봤었네.
The entire room.
Oh, it's not. It's the actual hole.
일단 물어봅시다.
I was hoping.
Do you paint them?
I do nowadays. Of course.
Hard fact.
So,
you
of course.
칼을 갖고
I
있겠네요.
only- but my weapons are stored well. Safety first.
의심스러워. 의심스러워.
We already solved it.
이렇게 힌트를 그냥 대놓고 주는군요. 여기 누르면은. 이건 플로어의 탑 아닌가?
The attic strike.
Yeah.
눈깔이 뭐야 저거 위에?
The whole room
Yeah,
is...
there might be a reason.
That's
It's also-
sure is.
펠릭스와 얘기해야 돼. 펠릭스가 누구였어? 기다려봐. 펠릭스가 누구였어? 아, 얘. 근데 둘이 가족 아니에요? 성이 똑같은데? 근데 왜 약간 그런 비스무리한 얘기가 안 나오지? 그리고 왜 셀리라는 사람, 셀리가 누구야? 얘는 아, 제 탐정 여자애가 이름이 셀리였어요? 아, 뚜까먹으라길래 순간 얘인 줄, 피피인 줄. 아, 얘랑 얘기를 뭐 또 할 게 있나?
I've been carving for I was hope.
Do you paint them yourself?
I do nowadays. I can, of course. This particular.
Artifact. So,
Of course, but
어디 보관했다 했죠? 아씨, 좀 제대로 봐, 해치야. 아니 제대로 좀 봐.
I was hope.
Do you paint them yourself?
I do indeed. Nowadays, I can make. Of course.
아, 가장 먼 곳.
so
Of course. But my weapons are stored well away.
다락방이 아닐까? 가장 먼 곳이면? 아주 먼
what
곳.
is that?
Not
Looks
sure.
like it might attach to
이건
something.
봤던 거고.
What's in
I
the
bet,
skull?
maybe I won't. Just dusty.
Someone, either way, it's pretty suspicious. Nothing catching. Kind of.
Just dusty.
Nothing catching. Kind of.
It's
You know, it's not quite as. Also, it's stuffed.
이게 뭔데? 피치. 피치가 예정. 잠시만. 아래에 뭔가 생겼어. 아래에 뭔가 있는데? 아, 이게 아까 저기 들어가는 그 길이구나. 아, 열려가지고.
Felix made that.
왜 어이없어? 아니라는데요? 아저씨가 만든 거 아니라는데요?
I was hope.
Do you paint them
Right
yourself?
nowadays. Of course.
Art. So,
Of course. But my weapons.
뭐야, 똑같은데? 뭔 대화를 하라는 거야? 뭔가 달라지나? 아, 이렇게 세 개가 이렇게 나오는 거구나. 여긴 탑이잖아요. 방이 어디지? 얘 방이? 이게 아닌데. 그림 있는 방이요? 아, 백호단 도월님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 거기는 이제 프레야 방이잖아요. 플로라 방이 어디지? 얘는 그 파피 방이고 여기는 페넬로피 방 아닌가? 호수 밑에요? 아닐 것 같은데. 플로라가 이 할머니요. 혹시 님 방이 어디세요?
supposedly.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
이거 있었나? 이거 없지 않았어요, 저? 아, 없었네. 어쩐지.
What do you think of your husband?
Do you have?
I like these.
Is
아,
there-
물어보자.
Do you know what this is?
Yes. Do you know anything about?
대답하는 게 있나?
Do you know anything
Or
Do you recognize?
대답을 그냥 하이 아무것도 안 하네.
Have you seen this? Do you know who it belongs to?
really thought.
이거에 대해서도 말을 안 해주네. 그래도 저 때는 눈을 뜨네요.
Is there supposed to
약간 중요한 얘기할 땐 눈을 뜨네. 본인에 관련된 얘기를 할 때는. 아닌가? 그냥
You
뜬
haven't
건가?
seen.
It's a little more the other people next.
This is a photo.
Is this your
Do you know why?
그러면 이제 이거를 얘한테 가자. 가서 어이 아저씨 일어나봐.
It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass.
Ah, so we sh...
미치게 두지 않는다라.
The red paint on the same for the
So
palette.
Freya,
Or blood got on the.
I do not know. A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although,
맞아?
now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the
그러네.
red
빨간
parts without
물감이
the red paint.
없네. 빨간 물감이 왜 없냐? 니네 아빠가 바꿔치기를 했지 않았을까? 어? 잠시만요. 허리가 아파가지고 저 약줄 하나만 먹을게요. 안 먹으려고 그랬는데 너무 아프다. 이 약은 너무 커가지고 목 아파 먹을 때. 그러면 일단 다 물어봅시다. 얘한테는 뭐 탐정한테는 물어볼 필요도 없을 것 같고요. 그냥 다른 애들한테 물어볼게요.
There's something.
what is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we
걔
missed a clue
방이야?
there?
탑이라는데.
Not exactly.
한번 다시 살펴보라고? 왜? 뭐가 다시 생기나? 아니 저렇게 뻥 뚫린 곳에서 살아? 어떻게 살지? 놓친 거?
Freya's painting supplies. Supposedly.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Supposedly, Freya looks like she was still.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
A little.
It's the only plant in
The whole room is a
Yeah,
strange-
there might be a
뭐를
reason for
빠뜨린
that.
걸까? 방에 가보라.
The attic's directly above.
Yeah.
It's also
오케이,
There
다
is.
도배해보겠습니다,
there
이걸로.
might be a reason.
언젠가
There might be a reason.
하지 뭐
there might
걸리겠죠?
be-
The whole
Yeah, there might be a reason. It's so.
Somehow the sun.
It's so.
Somehow the sunlight.
It's so.
Somehow the sun. The whole.
Yeah, there might be a reason. A bunch covered in dust now, but it's so.
Somehow the sun.
It's so.
Somehow the sun. The whole.
Yeah, there might be a reason.
아, 잘못 누름. 핏자국이요?
The out. There's a single. No.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the.
So?
So she was
이건
probably
봤던 건데.
Case file again. There's a
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were so she
Let's
was.
check the case file again.
아무리 봐도 요거 실제랑 이거랑 거리 차이가 좀 있단 말이죠? 기분 탓인 건가? 요거 요 사진에선 먼데 요 사진에선 또 되게 가까워요.
A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look. A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look.
Half the.
I don't know if you can call the sudden absence of wall.
Half the.
I don't know if the sudden absence.
Half
I don't know if the sudden absence of.
The whole room is.
Yeah, there might be a reason.
The
Yeah,
whole-
there might be a reason.
the whole-
Yeah, there might be a reason.
The whole-
Yeah, there.
뭐
might-
없는데?
Half the.
I don't know if the sudden absence of wall.
The
Yeah,
whole-
there might be a reason.
The whole.
Yeah, there might be a
뭐
reason.
커튼 같은 거 왜 다 찢어져 있는 거야? 없는데. 어? 뭐 이 아저씨랑 얘기를 들은 게 없는데? 이 아저씨랑 말을 걸어보라고?
It was dust. A feeling.
bridge
Right. I foot short. This time I got a die. So back in we went to own up soon enough.
In-
Not.
빨간 물약, 아니 빨간 그거는 다시 이미 다 물어봤는데요? 한 번 더 물어봐도 안 와?
Freya's
Do you
paint.
know why the pot?
No.
You seem pretty sure.
I've been kind of hope.
Do you paint them yourself?
I do indeed. Nowadays, of course, this particular.
Hard fact. So,
Of course, but my. It's unlike.
think-
So we.
더 이상 말을 걸 거리가 없는데. 아니 펠릭스랑 얘기할 거리가 없어 엄마. 방을 한번 뒤져볼까? 펠릭스 방이 어디지? 쟤는 작업실에서 사는 건가? 어서 공간이야? 아 근데 그걸 다 해야 된댔어요. 다 이걸 해봐야 돼요. 범죄 현장에서 셀리와 대화를 하라는데? 오케이 함. 대화 다 했는데. 셀리야 나와봐라. 대화 좀 하자. 아 일단 다른 애들한테 다 물어볼까요? 다른 애들이 뭐 또 알 수도 있으니까. 얌마.
they belong.
Whose
Uh,
paints it? Freya would always load. I think it helped getting all your sheet music.
Right. So the blob of black.
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black.
딱히 없고.
All right.
Spooky murder man.
Spooky murder mansion.
페넬로피.
A bit vain to cop. Oh, that's rather.
돈 되진 않네요. 페넬로피 못 쓸모네. 쓸모없어.
This is supposed to be Felix.
왜 이렇게
I
놀래?
think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable.
뭐야
Here's a
그냥
thought.
잘해서 놀란 거야?
Suppose the paint. After all, it was found at the
I
scene.
guess it's
물어볼 애가 얘밖에 남지 않았는데 진짜 얘한테 물어봤어야 되는 건가?
I'd tell him not to quit his day, but he hasn't got one. The paint is still.
yeah. Well, we know Freya.
Do you know that? How?
싸가지 없는 놈. 한 번만 다시 가. 다시 물어.
There's something.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
방을
Not
다시
exactly.
보라고? 그건 아니라고?
Felix made that?
안 물어본 애가 없죠. 다 물어보지 않았어요? 다 물어봤고. 피피한테 팔레트 물어봤을걸요? 얘한테 다 물어봤네? 피피한테 가볼까? 안 물어봤나? 물어봤던 걸로 기억하는데?
The red paint on the brush is not paint. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood?
Or blood got on the brush and palettes.
다른 방법으로 피가 붓과 팔레트에 묻었다거나.
I do not know the answer.
피피가 늘어났는데?
Sure.
야,
why
잘.
not?
The art's downright poetic.
원래 PPA와 대화가 있었나요?
Name, Felix Fellow. Age,
뭐야?
53. Profession, likes collecting objects of
이것도
negligible
물어볼 수
monetary
있었어?
value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is...
And,
I have no point of comparison, but I would say
no?
you asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the
What
two.
makes him a bad
He
father?
has trouble expressing his emotions and something of a willful
아니,
detachment
뭐야.
from reality.
이건 몰랐네.
Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
이래서 진행이 안 됐군.
He is... Name, likes...
Isn't she your mother?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal.
And
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her
She
stop?
suffered a great something she has been unable. Name, likes, the dislikes, the notes. Kindly disregard the polysyllabic.
how come you prefer...
How come you prefer grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do
과거요?
not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tinkle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
그 새 잃어버린 그거 아니에요? 상실이? 커다란 상실이?
Name, hotshot. Likes, quote, dislikes, quote. Being
크리프더가
constantly badgered by
있는 찐따
real
같은
nerds
괴짜가
with
자꾸
a
조르는
for it.
것.
Name, Freya deceased. Understand this. Most people find they exhibit a noticeable degree. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an accept. She is very important, and I will
Did
not.
you spend a lot of time with...
I will say this. 1. Increasingly independent.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a try asking Poppy.
The three of you...
We are of a similar one scientist.
Sounds
Name, Fitz likes soil.
Hang on. Crypto bot?
That may well be his preferred label.
Do you and
We
Fitz...
do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot.
So what's your problem?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up to the tower. He was making every effort to.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
칼을 들고 있었다? 히츠가 칼을 들고 있었다?
Name, Percival.
I'm...
Oh yes, how uncharacteristic. Name, Penelope likes birds. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very. Name, apparently Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, but she has crossed that out and written.
There's something about the report of
Let's
Fitz.
ask him about it.
이렇게 또 열리는구나. 어쩐지 뭔가 빠졌다 했어. 뭔가.
So, I have a report, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife.
칼이 아니라 삽을
I
잘못
don't
본 거 아닐까?
sneak. Was it Fifi?
How did you know
I
that?
guess she doesn't like me. Yeah, she was. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
다른 걸 들고 있었지.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't enough...
바로 모종삽.
What about this?
Ah,
Is it yours?
it was a gift. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower.
쓰지 않는다고? 모종삽을 들고 포인터로 가야 할 이유? 저 화분들이 누구 방에 있었죠? 기억이 다 안 나는데. 열매?
An ornate... Almost.
하나만?
Maybe... An ornate trunk.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
본 적이 없다고? 거짓말.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that...
있나?
That's not right.
그림은 이건 장미잖아요.
That's not right.
Let's take a closer look at.
연관성이랑 화분과 흙이 일치해. 화분도 똑같이 생긴 것 같은데요? 일치하는 것은
The pot and soil in Penny's room match. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from. There's no way it's the
nope.
flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be.
그래 페넬로피랑 똑같이 생겼는데 페넬로피가 예쁘고 약간 뭐라 했지? 천박하다 그랬나? 천박까지는 아니었던 것 같은데.
So,
뭐 되게 안 좋은
going to her
부정적인
room
말
every now
썼는데.
and again. When she's not there, water the flower, change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
관계를 이어가려고? 약간 저게 관계의 증명 같은 그런 느낌 아닌가? 일단은 피츠한테 인물에 대해 물어봅시다.
Bigger in here.
얘한테는 얘만 물어봐도 될 것 같은데?
His loyalties are placed first, but his ego relies on an. Don't you think?
아니군.
I like Flora.
Do you think she
There's
had?
no way she wouldn't will for anyone. Fifi,
What did
I'm
you
not sure. If you find out, maybe you. She questioned me.
About what?
My work?
Did she
No,
search?
You sure?
no.
How can you?
Trust me. She was always. She'd come into the green sometimes by herself. Sometimes. Eventually, they started.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about Freya. She used to ask me about the insects.
Insects.
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and I didn't really. But she was always.
딱정벌레를 모아서
Have you
갖고
met this guy,
갔다.
Fitz?
상당히
Shifty eyes.
의심스럽거든요.
Doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
it was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see.
I imagine
별이
you
없네.
don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds too. He's pretty clued up.
I didn't think there was much.
Penelope is my fiance.
Don't take this the wrong way. Penny doesn't really strike me. as
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's
And how's the relationship?
good.
거짓말.
It's good.
거짓말. 안 좋으면.
Poppy and I are friends.
정말?
By
정말
that,
친구?
dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld something.
Let's ask her about it.
의심스럽다고? 왜?
This little microscope you said you used
And
it.
this would make perfect sense if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a cheat. Don't worry.
그
we already
황금
worked out what you're
그거
searching for.
찾으려는 거 아닌가? 황금 곤충? 황금 딱정벌레?
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse?
Surely even you. The greenhouse is home to a gardener could have easily kept.
Well, Fitz said you questioned it.
He is not simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon,
I
Grimoire?
know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse. It's not
현미경이
obvious.
All
아니야.
of a sudden, Detective Grimoire.
왜냐면 피피가 아니랬어.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a
이거는-
telescopic lens. So
이거는
Hawkshaw
그거랬어.
lied about it.
멀리 있는 걸 볼 수
I'm
있는
inclined to
거랬어.
believe Fifi when it comes.
Aksha, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child,
Emperor of the Galaxy.
I wanted to be an astronomer.
뭐야?
Really?
I harbored a desire to a fool's errand, to be sure. At 15, I decided instead. And so, but the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful,
Sorry, but
a memento for my childhood.
추억거리다.
No more than a toy.
Why did you bring it
When I
with
discovered that I dared to consider it something of a, I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use
Correct.
it.
As it happens, Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in
저원사를
our
도난
theft
사건의
investigation.
용의자로 보지
So,
않았다.
who is your suspect?
Things have become my lead suspect is your murder victim.
It's a big stone.
Biggest one too.
일단 애들한테 한번 도전과제도 깰 겸 각자에 대한 물어볼까요, 싸? 이제 물어볼 수 있는지 몰랐어가지고.
Needless noise, a spoken word, unfit. Stand unblinking.
시로 읊니?
Foregone drifter. Is it bravery? Nothing dark.
지랄하네.
Between the lips, a silver the chosen to last.
아니 중2병이 되게 늦게 왔네 이 친구.
Body. Heart of stuff.
아, 그 플로라한테만 저러는 줄 알았는데 그냥 다 이러는 거구나.
That's me.
It's me.
I'm on a list of murders. Always thought that would be kind of, but it's just
Falls a little.
되게 감성적이네요. 허비.
A fellow bird studied
Are you friends?
a
A little bit.
She's one for the
I can see that.
I do admire her though. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for
중두병 펀치,
Felix.
중두병 펀치, 중두병 펀치.
I said it.
중이병 펀치, 중이병 펀치, 중이병 펀치, 중이병 펀치.
I must say, I really don't
선언
get the
감사합니다.
depth of
고맙습니다.
delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let Between you and me, I think Felix. She mostly ignores me if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh, I mean, well, you don't need to.
No,
멍청하다?
It's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it. She's a most. She was
Which part?
If I look at her, she. I just.
Professor Pointer?
Oh, did you?
아 이걸 안 물어봐서 알 수 있는 것도 몰랐네. 애초에 물어볼 수 있는 줄 몰라가지고.
Paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their name.
Freya was.
No, just Isabel, Clement.
Got it.
For my 21st. All the birds. I can't begin to tell you how much.
Sounds like you.
I feel like I always struggle. But she had a. Isn't he strapping?
He is
And so brooding.
kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful
둘이
hazy.
진짜 완전 서로 사랑하긴
It
하네요.
just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input.
왜 갑자기
Can't
심술?
say I've ever taken. On occasion, I've dared to visit him in his tower, but it's all just a little too.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know? Okay, so what should I do with that?
Don't look at me.
Oh, she. Wait, is that me?
어이없네. 진짜 한 대 치고 싶네.
Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah.
Did you make any notes?
Yeah.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie
Because
to us?
that's what she's a snake.
완전 싫어하네요, 파피.
Looks like one too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
완전 유치해. 어이 변태 아저씨.
A listless.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always. I'd say you could ask her. I think you. He should learn. to
You're
lead
talking about.
among that is, if he hasn't already squandered.
You two don't get on.
Oh,
절친이라고? 거짓말?
it's the air. Goodness knows what'll happen. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace
She
it.
doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will.
Still, dangerously.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two?
Oh no, we operate literally. Hard to.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed. Then, of course, I meant. Nobody could deny she was artistically gifted.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she. But I think she was captivated. My daughter loved her. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I begun to notice her wandering the garden. She must have explored every inch of quite a rest. I'm surprised she chose to live at. What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member.
Yeah, but not the Pointer.
What happened to his parents?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange
어.
man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
살고 있지
What about
않고.
his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never. Her relationship with Flint was. I don't especially want introspection. Why don't we just?
I'm not
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Ah,
Penny's-
Penny's.
She'll still
but
be-
she'll depart from the world of fellow like rats. My paw. Exceptionally. Hold on. Why is
Because she's.
Oh no, I can Well, the truth.
If you don't mind me asking.
Primrose? She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth.
음.
The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She wa-
아주 멀리 가버렸다고? 죽었나? 아, 다 물어봤네요. 언제 물어봤지? 아, 얘한테 제일 먼저 물어봤었구나. 맞네. 아, 플렉스 칼 있는 곳? 그럴 수도요.
Dearest,
You too.
of course.
지금은 사이가 안 좋은가
She
봐요.
hasn't gone quiet.
It's true. She's the youngest of three. Just the way
Lone Wolf is putting it lightly.
she just likes
Other human?
other. Well, yes. You're the one.
Let's move on.
My daughter, our little bird.
We did. She's.
So I've heard. I asked her some week. She told me to get this. She.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real.
Oh yeah?
진짜 이유?
Freya called.
프레야가 딸을 피피라고 불렀어. 아, 그냥 완전 피피는 프레야한테 맹목적이었네요.
Quite the cat fellow.
Is that a real-
No, you know.
Has she questioned?
I heard of something called. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensation.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is.
How
없다.
do you know?
Because art. Uncommonly skilled as an artist. She helped me get. Taught me what she knew about. Tremendous.
Freya and Flora? What?
Oh yes, especially after
How are you related to Freya?
somewhat distant. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather.
펠로 형이
It's
프레야의 할아버지.
technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry.
뭔가 관계가 너무 복잡해서 누가 누구고 뭐 어떻게 이어지는지 하나도 모르겠어요.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no. Fitz? He's slippery. Never.
Did you two have...
No. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. Percival, so,
I don't know.
That is not information.
I'm just saying. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old. Just
억울해한다?
because he's always struggled to support his. Slightly.
And how long have you...
Over 35.
Childhood friends?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor. Penelope seems to. She struggled a bit.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle. And he. Now, of course, she's pretty. It's a nice gesture, but futile. Poppy's a good friend. I think they get on well.
Different, like
Poppy is, Fiona. Still, Poppy always seems
a
to.
heavy price.
There's something about Felix...
Let's ask him about it.
물어보자고.
The entire room.
Oh,
is
it's the actual hull of it.
야마,
So...
너
What
물감
about this paint we found in your room?
Okay, so-
Nothing suspicious. I used it. Totally
He
normal.
never said it was suspicious.
Come on then. Out with it. What exactly are you accusing?
It's not
당신의
your...
물감통이 아니에요.
Did you take...
What on? Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. Eh?
That's not the end of the
We
discussion.
need a clue to compare. Something to prove.
플레이의 물감.
Let's take a close look.
바뀌었던 것은 도난당했다.
Freya's almost.
어,
Maybe. Freya's almost.
아니네.
Maybe. Freya's almost. Maybe. Freya's
이거라고?
paint pot.
뚜껑이 뒤바뀌어 있다고?
That red paint is from Freya. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about...
빨간 물감이 아니라 피니까. 네, 가득 채운 것은 피.
This red paint almost. Maybe just this red paint.
Oh, that's
이
definitely something.
물감통에 들어간 건 피지롱.
Fine. Here's the story.
이
I was
똥멍충이야.
busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely
거짓말.
asked Freya if I could borrow her
거짓말하네.
just for a little while.
프레아는 되게 아낀댔거든. 깨트려 먹지 않는댔거든.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just
남의 방에
I
들어가?
didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
정말
Why were you in
모른다.
such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I
어.
needed red to paint the final
아, 저거
details.
빨간색
Could you not
칠하는데.
have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it.
아,
in the
어제
end.
생일이었나 보구나. 어제 사건이
Seemed a bit
일어났으니까.
insensitive.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
가보자고. 꼭 여기서 해야 돼?
We know a little more about the crime. So, was Freya stabbed by her own?
프레아는 칼에 찔렸나? 그림에 왜 피가 있나? 진짜 칼.
The painted nope. The painted ink. That's not right.
정신을 빼놓기 위해서?
That's not right either.
프레아가 그림에 일부러 피를 묻혔다고?
The painted. That's not right either.
피는
Blood from the paint. That's not right either.
피를 일부러 묻혔다고? 물감통에 피가 덧칠하는데 사용됐다.
Blood from the. Almost.
하나만 바꿔보라고?
Blood from the paint. That's not
그것도
right
아니네요.
either. Blood from the. That's not right either.
그럼 아까 그게
Blood. Almost.
이거는 맞고 이거를 바꿔야 된다. 깃털을 바꿔야 되네요.
Blood from the. That's not right either. That's not right either.
아닌데? 그럼 이것도 맞는데? 이게 아닌 건가?
Paint. That's not right either.
이게 아닌가?
blood from the
아,
pig
이거구나.
was used.
아하.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm
I have a
disappointed.
question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot. Why? To distract.
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
누구 피인지는
Flora's
모르나?
the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Well, let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what?
It could be anything.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is,
쟤는 이미
from
누워
directly in
있었던
front of her.
거지.
But she was
프레야는
standing right up by the canvas.
이미 당에서 누워 있던
Freya ended up
상태로
lying on her back
위에서 떨어뜨린 거 아닌가?
perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely
이미 쓰러지고 난 후에 찔린 거지.
Are we done?
For now, it's about time we found out what's beneath.
잠깐만. 일단은 보정가지 좀 깨자. 아직 플로라한테 다른 애들의 이미지를 안 물어봤다고.
Anything we should know? Besides, we met Felix. He's so.
Nice. We spoke to you. She's some. You must be proud. We spoke.
안
I
물어봐.
assume I bet.
Were you? How are you? Did you kill
Grimoire.
what?
Oh.
Do you and other?
어차피 대답 안 해줄 거잖아.
See you.
What do you know about?
I can't
You
remember.
never. Do you and?
Nothing. Grimoire.
Oh no, I get out.
왜 안 깨지지? 제가 안 물어본 애들이 있었나요? 누구한테 안 물어봤나? 다 물어보지 않았나? 모르겠다. 보정가지 안 깨지네요. 아, 나 그 족보 한번 보고 싶은데. 여기에 족보 있다 했는데 뭔가 여기 다시 못 올 것 같아가지고.
What
I
is?
think it's a family trait.
아, 나 그림이라도 그려져 있을 줄 알았는데 이렇게 보면 이름만으로 보면 나 헷갈리는데. 이름을 잘 몰라가지고. 프레야 어딨어요? 왼쪽 밑에요? 여기 있네. 이거구나. 뭔가 엄청나게 복잡해요. 펠릭스 아빠가 프레야 할아버지예요? 오호. 아, 어쩐지.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
밑으로 가자.
It looks like the liquid is ice. It looks the liquid is ice. Chemistry apparatus.
Forensic
이
entomology.
프레야의 실험실인가
That's
보다.
an incredibly specific. A cracked each.
I like that you called them rooms.
I can barely tell what I'm looking.
Thirsty? Bugs.
Looks like they're made of a candle. Birch
Very
bark. I was thinking.
medieval pirates. This place would never pass a fire. Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
자세히 봐봐.
Weird looking.
그러니까
thing.
피피가
I'm pretty
아까처럼
sure the
생겼는데.
latches can slide into the middle.
오? 아. 겹칠 수 있나? 겹쳐지는 거. 일단 일단 여기에 맞춰야겠네요. 일단 이건 여기가 맞을 거고. 여기에 여기에 맞는 건 여기. 일 텐데 이렇게 돼야겠죠? 아니면은 안 맞으니까? 이거에 맞는 건 이게 딱 닿아야 되나? 아, 꺼낸 순으로 깔리나요? 그건 아닌 것 같네요. 순서가 있네요. 얘가 위에 있는 거였습니다. 따란. 여기랑 이어지려면 여기 살짝 빈틈이 생겨도 되는 건지 안 되는 건지를 모르겠네요. 하나도 모르겠는데? 이거 중간에 이렇게 꺾여도 되나? 잠시만, 그러면은 이렇게 해도 되겠네. 그럼 얘가 지금 제일 아래에 있는 것 같거든요? 얘 위에 어떻게 얹어가지고 해야 하는 것 같네요. 그죠? 그래서 얘가 음. 갈색, 초록, 분홍, 파랑 될 것 같았다고. 일단 여기에서 여기는 무조건 여기여야 되는데. 여기 이게 위에 있으면은 될 것 같은데. 어우. 하지만 얘는 여기 닿아야 되는데. 헷갈린다. 잠시만, 이거 어지럽다. 이렇게 띠리리리리 띠리리리 띠띠 띠리리리 띠리리리딩.
No, that was it.
Nice work. Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
네 번째가 그건가 보다. 이게 이거네.
Rows of plant.
What
It looks
color?
black, but it's a glass.
There's a
tank.
layer of condensation. It's a hatch.
We're already.
Depends on your perspective.
We still haven't explored this room properly.
다 한 거 아닌가?
Forensic and
That's an incredibly.
what a
Any
mess.
idea what this is all about?
뭔가 더 있나?
This
Didn't we see those same symbols?
is that a period?
No, but it does
What are
come.
those
They're all chemical, mostly based on the plant.
Reminds me.
The one from the chalk.
Yeah. This looks like.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the green?
Is that a period?
No, but it does
What are
come.
those-
They're all mostly based.
Huh.
그럼 혹시 화면을 이거 캡처해야 되나요?
Idea what this is all about?
볼 때마다 치워야 돼? 흡전은 안 해도 상관없나? 상관없겠다. 대강 이런 게 있구나라고 알기만 하면 되는 거겠죠, 이거는? 허리 아파.
Is that all
Warning.
right?
Size small. Hand-drawn entomology. Hand-drawn entomology.
이제 뭐 더 해야 되나?
Liquid is ice. I can barely tell what I'm looking at. A candle.
Very
뒤에
much.
뭔가 써 있는데?
It's so I can barely tell what I'm looking at. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
It's a hatch.
But we're all.
Depends on.
We still haven't explored this.
여기서 뭐 더 조사를 하라고?
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
아니 이건 봤던 거잖아 임마! 안 본 게 뭐가 있지?
I can barely tell what I'm looking
없는데. 뭘 안 봤는데.
at. The ladder leading back up to the top.
아직 몰라. 아직 못하나? 올라갈 수 있네요. 실험실을 더 보라고? 볼 데가 더 있나?
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at. A glass.
There's a layer of condensation.
Rose
어?
colored
저거
black,
뭐지?
but it's
요거?
Bugs.
looks like they're made of metal.
아니네. 뭔가 쪽진 줄 알았는데.
Bugs.
Looks like they're made of metal. Chemistry apparatus. That's all the statements. A
Very
candle.
medieval pirates.
뭐지?
Crack.
I like that you called them rooms.
What's in there?
이게 봐줘. 뭐야 아까 눌렀을 땐 안 봐줬는데 보임.
It's a little diagram.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really compared to the beetles behind the glass.
9 beetles.
Poor little
And
guy.
there's a bunch of. It's mostly numbers. 9 beetles. And there's mostly numbers.
다 본 건가?
Whose research is this?
당연히 프레야 거지. 누가 봐도
This
프레야
is some
거지.
serious.
That's impressive.
황금 딱정벌레.
So, this is Pointer's. secret.
Definitely seems like he's the one.
I
who-
guess not a lot of
프레야
people
거
know
아니야?
the secret
포인터
entrance.
거였어? 당연한 게 아니었고요.
Pointer's the
잘.
only one who comes down here. Why would he need to lock his research in a safe?
He's just paranoid, especially about his gold and
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
삐롱빼롱. 허리가 아파요. 음. 황금 딱정벌레. 포인터는 황금 딱정벌레가 얼룩새로부터 도망갔다고요? 오잉 또잉? 음. 포인터가 죽이기 위해?
Pointer. Nope.
있나? 얼룩새? 황금 딱정벌레는 귀중한 게 틀림없어. 하지만 표본이 하나뿐이야. 진짜 얼룩새로부터인가?
The ink. That's
아니네.
not right.
호숫물로부터?
The lake water. That's not right either. The golden. That's not right either.
반대로 했어요, 제가?
The golden bee. That's not right.
아니네요. 자신이 욕심을 채우기 위한 실험을 하고 있나? 이렇게?
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle.
번식시키려 했네.
Why?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his.
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
Might have been Freya
저것다?
after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious? Sure. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still. There's no way this is. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
가자. 내려가자. 몇 층까지 왔니? 여기 가자. 아래층이네요.
This room likes
Makes the rest of the house seem. It's an old
two
coat rack.
cloaks.
Old
How
clothes.
is
Oh, but they're also damp
Oh.
and empty.
얘 도르래.
We're too late. This photograph.
Why?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
이거를 내린 거네. 이걸.
So what's the photo?
오. 사진 속에는 한 소녀가 있었다. 그 옆에는 큰 남자가 있었다. 이게 할아버지인가 봐요. 프레야 할아버지.
Do you know who it is in the photo? This man. He reminds me of something.
모은 거 중에 있다고? 이건 아닌데. 사진 속 남자. 사진 속 남자는 그건 아닌데.
Felix made a little model.
Yeah. It makes sense when you know who he is.
그 누구죠? 그 할아버지가 뭐죠? 펠로우 경인가? 아이고야.
Lord Fellow.
Really?
Wait, no. Hang on.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah. It makes sense when you know who he is.
아니었고요.
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is.
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have
막,
guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think. There's a roll of paper.
Let me
guess.
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
옛날에 그
The library. The
뭔가
Grand Hall.
What's that?
I think it's that big glass.
A bedroom.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it?
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. No, we know.
How did we miss it?
A bedroom.
Penny's room, I think.
The Grand Hall. I think it's that big.
Music room. It's the aviary.
제가 연구실을 안
I
갔나요?
know what you're thinking. No.
How did we miss it? The rooftop. Well, that name makes a little more.
가지 않았나?
That's the
It
lake.
used to be a lot lower.
That's the
It
lake.
used to be a lot lower.
That's
I
not.
think it already existed.
That's
I
not.
think it already existed.
Misted is it not?
Tangle Tower before the
Misted is it
Tangle
not?
Tower. This seems
Agreed.
건축 계획도 안 나온 거예요? 안 간 건가? 아, 안 열렸구나. 안 열려서 못 갔구나. 그럼 어떻게 가지? 나는 좀만 더 보고.
A bunch of bad.
It's not the frames are all empty. This room
Makes the rest of the house. Do these?
Why?
But it's indoors.
I see your point.
Do these?
Why?
But it's indoors.
I see your point.
아니, 너 말고 아래 발바닥에 있는 이거 뭐야?
Old
How
clothes.
exciting.
They're also dead empty. It's an old
Two
coat.
cloaks.
It's an
Two
old coat.
cloaks.
Old.
How
They're also dead and empty.
Gives off nothing good.
뭔가 더 없나 보네요?
Gives off nothing good.
더 없는 건가? 일단은
Let's not wander.
못 가네. 더 볼 게 있나? 아, 근데 홀 못 가는 것 같은데요? 여기를 더 봐야 되는 것 같아.
A single
This, I
line.
think it's a
아, 이걸 안
children's book.
봤구나. 이제 나가도 되니?
Let's not wander off.
아니고.
A single
This, I
line.
think it's a children's book.
It's an empty book.
Something tells me it's been empty.
뭐가 있나? 모르겠는데.
Old
How
cards are
exciting.
also dead and empty.
의자?
This room looks
It makes the rest of the house.
이 전선은
This room
아니고
looks
뭐 이
like-
선?
It makes the rest of the house. A bunch of picture frames, but
It's not too dark. The frames are all empty. Should we take another look?
Yeah.
이거 아무리 봐도 이거랑 이렇게 같이 이렇게 돼 있는 것 같은데 이거 저 끝에 끈이 이거랑 색깔이 똑같지 않아요?
Should we take another look?
Yeah.
이 목에 상처가 웬 상처지?
This room looks like
It makes the rest of the house.
this room looks
Makes the rest of the house. Basement's
Or it
to the
must
bottom.
be.
Right, but if that's
Like
the
what?
white, no plants. That's not what a lake looks like.
Where are we?
창문. 창문을 안 눌렀네.
Did you notice how much light?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure.
Why
late.
is there a room down here? And why is it so much
We
old?
still don't really know.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich.
I feel like the Remingtons came
It's
here.
empty though. More empty than
It is now. Maybe we're too late.
너무 늦게 왔다고?
I want to find that last room.
뭐야, 그냥 바로 들어가지네? 안 찾아봐도 되네?
How
Wow.
long were we down there?
This must.
How-
Hang on. But I think there's a switch.
불러봐. 오, 사다리.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
숨겨진 심장. 부. 모임.
You know, in any normal. Here though, it's a wooden pinball.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
이거 그 탐정 걔잖아요.
An axe. I'm worried the one that isn't there.
coffee table.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
5번째 대표자를 찾았다. 드디어. 그다지 기대는 하지 않았지만 역시나 실망하고 말았다. 나머지와 다를 바가 없어. 내 미스티드 친구를 실험하기 위해 음악실로 데려갔다. 성공적이었다. 어쩌면 너무나도 실험실조차 실망을 안겨줬다. 무엇 때문에 그 노력을 들인 거지? 그는 내가 생각한 것보다 훨씬 근시안이었다. 지하에 갔다 전망이 좋다. 대부분 사라진 상태지만 내가 원하는 것은 얻었다. 그녀가 들어왔었다. 조심해서 아무것도 움직인 것은 없다. 하지만 난 알지. 때가 왔다. 뭘까?
Some kind of fish and a bird skull, I guess.
If that's a bird skull, we're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it? Is that a crab?
아니 걔가 짱 크다. 몇 인분 나올라나?
It's got a translucent.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right?
왜 퍼즐인가?
Ugh. You sure we should be touching it?
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
익숙하게 생겼다고? 어디서 봤죠? 이게 익숙한가?
This crab really.
That little wooden toy we found?
Yeah, but
Ah.
I think I've seen it more recently.
어떻게 생겼는데? 들고 한쪽은 아래로.
Is that a crab?
It's got a-
Also, crab.
하고 좀 내리자.
I guess
I don't
that.
think we need
What
to.
do you
We have
mean?
all the information we need in our case. This
이거
crab
아니었나?
really- Yeah, but I think I've seen it more.
이거 아니셈? 맞지 않나?
Is that a crab?
It's got a-
Also, crab.
왜 이렇게밖에 안 되는데요?
I guess
I
that.
don't think we need
What
to.
do you mean?
We have all the information we
아
need.
이거 맞잖아.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing somewhere before.
아 이거 맞잖아. 이 닫는 건가?
Nope.
Wasn't
It's
this
a children's book.
어린이용
this crab
책이
really-
있다고?
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more.
아 이게 아니었어? 아까 그게? 알겠다. 아 저러고 있구나.
Is that a crab?
It's got
Also, crab.
이렇게가 아니었나?
I guess
I don't
that.
think
What do you
we
mean?
have all the information we need in our case.
이렇게.
Perfect.
역으로 꺾어버렸네.
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
이걸 꽂아서 죽인 건가?
What is it?
Was someone trying to
I
hide?
don't know. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We
이미
found them
찾았잖아.
already.
이건 뭐지? 이건 모르겠는데.
We need something that could attack.
이게 아래 있는 건가? 위에 있는 게 뭘까? 렌즈.
What do you make of it?
Not sure.
You don't think the crossbow...
Oh no, the crossbow. But that doesn't mean we've.
그러면 탐정이 죽인 건가?
An axe.
Honestly,
I'm more the one that isn't there.
Dragon.
Snake. That's the one.
Crumpled
Is there
up,
any-
really? It's a wood hammer.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
음.
Who are
Not
all
sure eyes have all been crossed out.
뭐 이거에 관한 그 이야기가 있었는데 까맣게 잉크칠이 되어 있었다. 일기였다. 중앙으로 가는 길을 찾았다. 아, 이걸 찾은 거네, 얘가. 아빠랑 비교하면 굉장히 단순했다. 그들을 모두 봤다. 눈을 모두 까맣게 감았다.
That photo is important.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all...
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangletown?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, and at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it... Those, at least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing?
Hooks, Dave, hooks.
Set
To be too many.
That's how we got in.
Doesn't look like there's any other way to get...
그리고 뭐
They
그게
call
있나?
it of doom.
Hooks, Dave, hooks. Those, at least they're all
You
empty.
sure that's a good thing? And incinerator
Is there
mostly.
any-
Yeah, there's something.
뭔가 있다. 헉! 새? 새 그 깃털.
Someone's been using this room. I don't get it. This room is but nowadays it's some
It's not a secret to at least one other
the
person.
way the notebook was left makes me think it's someone who
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this. Feels like someone put quite a bit
It's a
of
shame there are things missing. I'm betting it'd make more sense.
That might not be impossible.
내가 갖고 있는 거야?
That
We
doesn't...
need something that could attack.
붙일 만한 거? 이거?
That's not right. Something that's been taped at the top.
테이프가 붙어 있는 거? 이거?
The painting from Freya's. Freya designed Detective Hawkshaw's.
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. As for the sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was
프레아가
somebody
그린
else,
게 아니다?
someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
어허. 살인.
Time to solve this.
All right, time to put it
Let's
all.
start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow. It's the murder weapon.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood.
It was clean. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room.
예상을 하지
so
못했다.
Freya was shot
석궁에
by where was it fired
맞았고
from?
위에서
It was
쐈어.
fired from.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram. Let's add in
The attic.
perfect hiding place. The reel was used to pull.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards.
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Would have missed her if she was still standing.
Right.
Unless
이미 누워있는
Freya was already
상태였어.
lying on her back before
I
the
think so too.
그녀는 의식이 없었다.
Fallen unconscious.
something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
The
축음기?
gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
There
축음기
was
안
something
해?
in the gramophone. That's not it.
아니야? 이거?
That's not it.
뭐 깨졌잖아.
That's not it. That's not it.
아니야?
That's not it.
기막에도 어딘가 쓰인 것 같은데. 꽃?
That's not it.
열매?
That's not it.
물감?
That's not it.
딱정벌레? 딱정벌레?
Pointer's research says it can emit an
이건 내가 어떻게 알아?
incredible
연구
hiss when
결과는.
threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched.
No. But don't forget, it was being amplified.
아니,
by the
기절할
speed of the
정도로
gramophone.
그게 되나?
Now, I
소리가?
don't think we're purely talking
This
about
is getting kind of... Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio
I
fields?
don't. Do you remember that statue the Hornets playing? It's a pretty similar shape to that broken glass isn't there on accident. This is
실험을 해봤다.
someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower, caused quite a bit of
그럼
damage.
범인은 왜 기절을 안 했지?
Those cracks didn't Freya's paints, the pink and the gramophone itself. They all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some serious... Enough to crack metal. Enough to...
Yeah. If the frequency was so powerful, wouldn't they have been in range? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
키키스마의 섹시 도둑님 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
They protected themselves.
How?
이 아까 기마개가
These are
의심스럽더라니.
some... I think they'd be enough to block up.
Right. 1. Freya is painting.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle.
Hold on.
The beetle?
Yeah. Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels...
Not sure.
Maybe.
4. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer...
6. The arrow is pulled back up
다시
on the
감고.
wheel.
7.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it. There's something...
What?
Let's go back to the crime scene.
뭔데? 뭐가 의심스러워? 밤 깜깜하구만.
I can see the stars.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
뭘 봐야 되는 거지?
It's dark. It's dark.
I can see the stars.
It's dark.
The plant. It's in
What?
the... Look.
책이 있었다고? 저게 저건지 어떻게 알아?
The plant.
What?
Look.
얼룩스에게 공격적인 성향을 보인다. 이 열매만을 먹는다. 그래서 여기
It's dark. The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
이게 뭐야? 왜 화분을 2개 그릴 예정이었는데?
I can see the stars. I can see the stars.
이걸 어떻게 해야 하지?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
뭐 이걸 어떻게 상호작용하라는 거지?
It's dark.
나도 어두워가지고 안 보여. 보는 나도 어두워. 어디 있는데 화분 하나 더. 이건가? 아니네. 왜 물감이 찍히냐고. 이거 화분인 줄 알았네. 붓 보고. 뭔데?
It's dark. It's dark. It's dark.
I can see the stars. I can see the stars. I can. The planets.
What?
Look.
It's dark. It's dark. It's
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
미리 섞어놓는다고 했다. 뭐야, 갑자기 또 됐네?
so what's bothering
Something that's not. We know she was holding it during.
Flora's ink?
It was here, in this room. Where'd it go?
다른 곳에서 찾았잖아.
We were a little.
So it was stolen and ended up in the.
Someone wanted to
But
destroy it.
how?
Presumably, Flora dropped
Yeah, and then the murderer couldn't have stolen it.
it. So the question: how could they steal some? The final clue. Freya left it for us right here.
끝내지 못한
In-
그림?
It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image. If only she'd finished it, and then I could.
It's true she never. But she did intend.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya. That's not it.
풀떼기 저거. 아니야?
That's not it.
다
That's
눌러봐.
not it. That's not it.
저 풀떼기 아닌가?
That's not it. Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need
아.
before she started painting.
빨강. 이거 아닌가? 창문에 앉아있는 게 아니라 얹어있는 거 아닌가? 이건 앉아있다고 할 수 없는데. 오, 스케치가 이거밖에 안 되네.
Brown and gray. Almost. Maybe just
이거?
the blood. Almost. Maybe. Brown. Almost.
이거?
Almost. Maybe just.
이거?
Almost. Maybe. Blood. Almost. Maybe.
이.
was
노란색?
going to be used to paint this
노란색을 안
sketch.
했구나. 한 줄 알았는데.
Something. Oh.
노란 것 중에서.
That's not it. That's not it.
에? 창문에 있는 거?
That's not it.
딱정벌레.
That's not it.
새. 에.
There
Oh,
she
what's
is.
this?
Our little
How
thief.
long is it? Did it hear?
She did, but she's a very good listener.
범죄자. 살인자.
Well,
쓰레기.
now, I think this has quite served its purpose.
어.
Penny, why did you?
It's but before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our
페넬로피야?
attention?
얘가? 이걸로 묶어.
Lovely. Now, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
I just.
Is that right?
Why
진실을
did you do it, Penny?
추구합니다.
What did Freya do to you?
아 근데 그럼 얘랑 펜
So, what? You just
그러면은-
hated her indiscriminately?
같은 사람인데 어떻게 같이 이렇게 내가 갈 때마다 호다닥 가가지고 위치를 바꿔 서 있었던 건가? 아니 어떻게 한 거야?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration. She was possessed. The volition to create. The willpower to walk. She was everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this?
You think you've already hollowed us out. Only a few short hours. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope?
그냥 외로운 사람.
Suppose I...
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us.
Very well. Penelope Pointer. She pales in comparison to those who came before. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing?
Perhaps you
이
didn't
문제
notice.
아니셈?
Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
아 그래서
but lists a
꽃
bunch of
보고
people
별로
who
안
don't
좋아한
live
것도
there
그 이유인가? 꽃 봐도 페넬로피랑 비슷해 보였는데 이제 안 좋아했잖아요.
A bunch of people who don't live here. My mother, for one. The other 2, Remington.
And Fitz's
That's
father.
5. 5 people that
And
might...
that.
You wanted to know.
More than that. I have no place here. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else. Perhaps it could be mine.
So.
Nothing I could do at first. The more questions I asked, I found it. I was 19.
야
Found
같은 나이.
what?
연구실?
Study. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours, paint would peek. I thought I was cursed. Eventually, I couldn't. I found my way in the same way you did.
So you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was
Still-
Let's see how thorough. Tell me, do you know?
Misted.
미스티드가 뭔데? 알지.
Sure.
Sorry.
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait. Misted.
A little egregious. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real, or at least that was the original.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, something which answered my question.
That's not it.
이거 아니야?
The 5 missing family members standing, calling themselves.
So, the house was renamed.
Rightly so. The age of misted man. When I looked inside, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage study. The room at the bottom. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough.
아야!
They'd taken almost everything.
아야!
Maps,
팔꿈치
charts, creatures themselves, all lost. Taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead.
And why'd you paint out all their
They
faces?
didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, most of them had left tracking escaped mystids. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than 5. Completely useless to me.
쓸모없다니.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. But instead, there was only one person at Tangle. My dear Uncle Pointer had a fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. Pointer had found something.
딱장벌레를 발견한 거야.
I cannot be sure.
In the post.
Who can say? Someone outside. But the thought that he would decided.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the... He told me he'd lost a... I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps he was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of that. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
괜찮아요,
though?
팔꿈치.
Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor
아니
Pointer?
어떻게 1인 2역을
Well,
했냐고.
that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the
Which
beetle.
is?
It carries an exoskeleton, approximately. But it's not the 90%. Did you ever question what exactly? Before Misted Mansion was built, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here. A research station,
연구소.
supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay?
프레아는 왜 죽였어? 뭐야? 유언? 유언이 있어? 그냥 암살 거의 뭐 암살 당한 거 아닌가?
Simply put, it's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still.
What are you...
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something?
That, but it's not right.
아,
That's not right.
그림이 뭐가 있지?
That's not it.
아우. 아우. 복장을 디자인할 때 사용한 것?
That's not it.
이건 나중에 그린 거잖아. 프레아가 그린 것 중에서? 모르겠는데.
That's not it.
다 해봐, 다 해봐.
That's not it. 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 That's not it.
아니, 참고한 게 뭐가 있지?
That's not it.
That almost, but it's not right.
그림을 찍은 사진이요?
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I later discovered it was for all her vitality. I think Freya was desperate to leave Tangletown. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break. Freya and her friends were halfway through.
Why did she care about getting into
That's
point?
exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was that she could not get Fiona to agree to. We're now firmly in. But I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangletown, not just to the rest of the family, would compromise all, and perhaps somehow free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway. But before Freya could find her way,
She found her way into your study, found your notes. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors, specifically what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift.
이별
A parting
선물로?
gift, no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends.
But why hide in the attic?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too. I gave them something to focus
You
on.
mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them initially.
사건을 더 고통스럽게 만들어줄 것이다.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I'd really rather.
Wait,
It's still inside the cram.
진짜 시키 갖고 도망가려 그런다. 기절띠. 기절했다니.
what's going on?
Poppy, they
I
are
can
both.
see.
You two all
My head hurts.
You were both unconscious.
Really?
You're both fine.
Was it the beetle? I heard it through the ceiling in my
the
room.
exact same sound we
I
heard.
guess it must have.
So how did we get down?
It saved both of you, obviously.
When I
보여줬다고?
reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious. She had her crossbow on her.
Did you know she,
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty
뭐야?
close to
해결하고
something
있었어?
themselves.
우리가 필요
Fitz
없었잖아.
did not want to believe us because he liked Penny a lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
what? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you
She
have...
left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by
뭐
himself.
잘했는데?
Poor little thing. The mean.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand.
So,
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I proved to be an ineffective.
did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off.
Poppy, what are you going to give it back?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone, so I'm going. I think that's what she would have wanted.
그럼 겁나 느리게 걸어가네. 끝이에요? 페넬로페 어디 가는데 그래서. 스킵은 없네요. 이거 그냥 다 봐야 되네. 새가 낚아채면 개꿀잼이라니요. 언제 끝나요? 아이고 왜 스킵이 안 돼요? 이거 빨리 감기나 스킵이 없어요. 무슨 이건 에바잖아. 빨리 감기나 스킵을 줘. 끝났다. 아 빨리 끝내. 그래서 페넬로페 어디 가는데? 난다. 날아간다. 날 줄 알았어? 그럼 왜 안 도망간 거야, 그 안에서? 갇혀있던 건가? 고생했으니 봐줘라네. 아하. 그러면은 끝났네요. 여기까지. 엔딩까지 봤네요. 되게 끄죠? 네, 종료할. 와, 재밌었습니다. 목이 아프네요. 배고프다. 그러면 일단 오늘 방송은 여기까지 하겠습니다. 여기까지 하고 전 이만 가보도록 하겠어요. 여러분들 오늘 방송 봐주셔서 감사하고요. 오늘 방송은 여기까지 하고 전 이만 가보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 채팅 쳐주신 분들, 오늘 방송 봐주신 분들 모두 감사하고요. 오늘 후원해주신 당신을 기다리는 코아님 감사합니다. 고맙습니다. 그럼 저는 오늘 여기까지 하고 전 이만 가볼게요. 여러분들 안녕. 트바 잘 자요. 트바 빠빠롱. 트바 뿅. 트바